Howdy gamers. Today I'm going to be playing Mewgenics and we're going to do a solo run. Today I'm feeling, one of my favorite classes. The most inconsistent class in the game, in my opinion, besides Tinkerer. Right, this class has a high chance to shoot itself in the foot. So we'll see, what we get. Already we got a useless passive, right? Not usable. But we do have Decompose, which maybe there's something interesting that I could build around it. All right, let's figure out how we're going to kit this guy out. I'm going to try to not use a lot of red items just because I feel like they kind of trivialize the game a bit too much. So I'm going to try to avoid that. All right, I mean, I've been kind of on this for a while. So I think what I'm going to try to do here is probably just go for like a poison build. So we can use Toxic Canister. Just because I'm expecting to get a lot of healing off of these leeches. I think that's kind of the idea that I have here. So we'll go with the necklace item here. So that will give us some health regen, which should help out mitigate this poison damage that we're going to be taking. And it should also make the leeches better. So we do have Nightshade, right? So that'll give me even more poison. So that means I have 3 poison, but every other enemy is going to start with 3. So we're going to just lean on the leeches there to help out with that. I could equip the Miner's Implant, which gives us poison immunity, but, part of the constraint is I don't really want to use red items, because like I said, I just feel like they're really broken. I think we'll go with the Leech Brood here. Just really lean into that self-damage archetype that we have going on so far. And it should help us out with healing since we're going to be doing Act 2. And in the first act, you can't heal. And we already have like a lot of constitution, so that should be pretty nice there. I think we'll go with Whetstone, right? So this is going to be the build. So far we have a pretty bad passive, right? Which, as I stated, right, Necromancer is a very hit or miss class. It still is one of my favorites because when you get him to work, he's just so fun. But, we did kind of low roll on this one. A very typical Necromancer move there. So here we do have Decompose, which we're going to try to use in order to get some leeches. I don't know how good that'll be. It doesn't sound very good because I think beefy leeches really are what you want. There is a passive where this would go insane with, but it's a cleric passive, so we're not going to get it. Double Dragon, also not very good here because of our basic attack. We're more of a range kind of attacker. We don't really want to be up and too close to the enemies, but we'll see. The only silver lining that we really have with this build is we have a leech shot that does 6 damage, which is insane. So we're going to go to the desert. We're not going to do crazy. I'm not that confident in this build, but we will do hard. I have been enjoying hard a lot. So we're going to be doing a solo hard run. All right, Bilbo, let's see what you got. So, I mean, already this build is doing some pretty good AoE damage, just seeing as, 3 poison to start with and a leech. So every enemy is already just going to take 4 just by me merely existing. So we're going to buff, all right, use Whetstone. I can move in range here, but I will take quite a bit of damage if I try to attack this guy. I'm thinking that my best course of action is to actually just not do anything. So we're just going to sit in the corner here and just get some health. And immediately that takes care of those nests, so we don't have to deal with the spawning threat of that, which is amazing. All right, we got blind, but guess what? It doesn't matter because everything's poisoned. So they're already going to be dead by this turn. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about these minions. I do have to worry about him, however. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I tried to leech him, missed. I think we're going to get hit one more time this turn. But as I stated, because of the Leech Brood, the healing shouldn't really matter that much. Alright, so far, very clean build, right? Things can still go downhill, right? Dark Ritual is pretty nice, but we don't have a lot of great spells. Infested, I never feel like is worth it at all. I just don't think it's that great of an ability. Grave Crawl, I think we'll grab Grave Crawl. It gives us some movement and it has some synergy with the other ability that we have. I don't think it matters all that much. I don't think this build is going to rely too much on the spells. I think we're kind of low rolling already, which, you know, common necromancer move right there, right? That's just what happens a lot with this class. Okay, we mutated. What do we get? Your basic attack inflicts bleed. All right, that is amazing. I did have like an ancestral skull that has the spread sorrow debuff on it, but I think we're fine, right? Like, we're already doing some insane damage here. That guy has 9. He has 9 poison on him and 4 leeches. We do want to kill him because I believe there is a way for him to actually just outright kill us. Part of his passive. I think he's dead though, yeah. He's already dead. We are pretty low. I don't... Oh, no. Okay, so we can actually get some coins here, finally. He just dies automatically, so we don't have to do much. I don't really have to hit him. Oh, well, let's just use Decompose here, just because. I forgot that Poison Canister targets everyone indiscriminately. It does not target only allies, so this spell is useless. Yeah, they're... There is a passive that would make them amazing. I'll put it on screen in post, because I forget the name of it, but it basically just does damage anytime an ally dies. Let's see what we got here. Spread Sorrow, that is amazing, right? That's one of the Necromancer high rolls there. Infinite Rebirth, let's see what that does. At the end of each round, if there is a body on the map and you're down, you respawn on that tile with 1 HP plus temporary speed. If that body was a party member, you spawn with full HP. That seems like it could be good. I'm not aware of like how this game handles priority though in that case, since this is a solo run. So the moment I go down, I think it's just game over. Do I want an injury here? Not really. So I think I'll just ignore this event. All right, let's see. Let's not roll Marshmallow. Okay, we did not roll Marshmallow, so we do have a fighting chance here. I forget. His gimmick is that, yeah, if you walk in front of him, he's going to hook you. I don't think it matters because, yeah, he just has a lot more speed than us. So I don't think there is any perceivable outcome where he does not hook us. However, right, so I think if you walk up to him, it's still going to apply the bleed debuff. I think I still take that risk. So I do that, he's gonna hook. Okay, yeah, so he does still inflict bleed, but we're actually gonna be able to use double dragon here. And yep. We got 2 leech, 2 bleed, and 7 poison. He does have the elite buff that gives him more speed, which is why he goes first, I guess. All right, this is getting really scary. Oh, but he got fear. He got fear. Oh, what mutation was that? The head mutation came in clutch, so we get to live because we inflicted fear on him. I do really want to heal, but I don't know if there's a way that I can do that. Yeah, so let's see. So if I double dragon, I can't do both, right? I can only grave crawl. So I think for now, since our HP is so low, I'm just gonna try to avoid him as best as I can and just get some more leech on him. I think with this, right, 18, so that's gonna do 32, so he's gonna survive by 2 health, so we have to survive a couple more rounds. So if we look at his movement pattern, in 1 turn he's already going to be facing us. I don't think there is a perceivable way that I can get out of his attack range, right? Because if I move to this tile, he's just going to hook me diagonally. I could move to the food, which would help me survive a bit longer. But I think I still do take quite a bit of damage here. Yeah, it's only like 2 health. I get 3. I think it's a combination of both heat wave and poison. We might have to reload here. No, we're good. We're good. Let me tell you, not worried at all. All right, I mean, so far the build is working. What do we want, right? Luck, I mean, I don't know if luck matters that much in this build, truth be told. Yeah, I don't think it does. It only really helps with the mutation that we currently have. Which is, yeah, it's just one of them that is chance-based, the rest are not. Dexterity is pretty nice, but I don't think we need extra damage on our basic attack, because really all of our damage just comes from status. So I think that just leaves Constitution here, which so far that kind of has been the reoccurring theme, right? We're getting pretty low. Do I want to buy a water bottle? Probably not. I don't think it matters. Alright, so this build is going to struggle a bit for boss combats, so I should probably just take off the Leech Brood whenever we're doing boss combats. We did go hard path, and this is a pretty brutal. This is pretty brutal in terms of the role that we got here. Of course, we're going to want to prioritize this elite here that gets 2 turns, and yep, I did intend for him to just charge into the cactus and to get stunned, right? I did plan for that. So, yeah, so this guy is also an elite variant. He gets 2 turns. He only gets 1 turn. Let me read how he works, because it's been a while. Digs underground after its dash attack. Will leave any unit that ends movement on top of it while it's underground. Okay. So, yeah, so he can't move that much, but he can dash, right? So we do have to be aware of any adjacent tile that this guy is on. This guy's going to be able to dash forward, but there are a couple of cactuses, so we probably just want to bait him to where we're at. Alright, so we'll go that way. Alright. So far, yeah, like I said, we are very, very strong. Like, that is insane. Inflict soul link on yourself and every enemy. That's kind of crazy, right? I mean, if you think about it, that's pretty crazy for a solo run to pick that. We're not picking that, though. We're just going to go with the safe carrion shot here, right? More leech, more healing. So far, the build is working pretty great with mitigating poison. Like I said, I just have to remember to take off the Leech Brood whenever we fight, like, a boss that isn't, like, a large one. I got like a -1 to intelligence, right? Which is, I mean, it's not great, right? But it's not going to be crippling, right? I mean, just look at that. So with 6 leech, we're gonna get the all stat up here. Let's see. This guy has absorbent, so we're gonna want to make sure to remember to use our mana. I could actually attack him with double dragon, but he's already gonna be dead, so I don't need to. That guy has 12 poison. He's not making it out of it there. He's not living, dude. So the one that we really want to attack is Stump, but we can't reach him. So I think what we want to do is probably just depend on Spread Sorrow here to just inflict some more poison. I think that's really going to be the best bet that we have. So instead, I'm going to use Carrion Shot. All right, and we're just going to spread a leech over to a guy that has 12 poison. He didn't really need that. And we're going to hit this, and let's see. Okay, so it looks like, okay, yeah, so it does state an enemy. So in order for that to proc, it has to be an enemy. It can't be any unit on the board. He gets 2 turns, right? He dies immediately. So I think we're safer on the right side of the map. I do take 2, but yeah, I just heal to, not full, but, I mean, that's a pretty respectable amount of HP there. That guy has a gun, so it doesn't matter how far I run, really. Okay, but it does look like he got screwed over by his own ally, so we do have that going for us. Yep, he dies immediately just because of the massive amount of poison damage that he has on him. He is not quite at kill range yet. So we're gonna buff here, and I think can double dragon. Okay, double dragon kind of. I can only hit, yeah, just one tile diagonally though. So if I double dragon here, I believe it still blocks. I think you have to be like directly behind him. Yeah, it's just damage from behind. I mean, we can still try it because we're gonna want to get rid of the mana anyways. So yeah, so let's see. So he's there. So if I try to hit diagonally, yeah, it just blocks it. It didn't do anything. You know, we took a bit of damage, but Bilbo over here, completely unfazed. He just does not care. Let's see. Summon a 1 HP illusion of yourself on any tile. So the double dragon upgrade could actually be insane because it will give us, in a sense, infinite range. Carrion Shot, however, is also a pretty good upgrade, just because of the Leech 2 here. That's pretty good as well. So that will effectively give us more healing. So I guess it's a question of what do we value more, right? Do we want more leeches or do we want infinite range? I think because we have Spread Sorrow, that's probably going to be the tiebreaker here, and I'm going to go with Carrion Shot upgrade. So that way we can get even more leeches on other enemies. Do I want to risk? Do I want to risk any of this? Probably not. I am allergic to the event in Mewgenics. All right, we got a bag of money, which does effectively nothing. Let's see. Corpse Connoisseur, pretty useless. Don't want that. Well, okay, let me not say that. That's not entirely true, right? Because we do have Grave Crawl, and anything is better than Sacrificial Lamb, because that really does nothing. You store a corpse, heal 2, and spawn a food pickup. When you inflict a debuff to an enemy, inflict that same debuff on 2 other random enemies. I think this is effectively just way better than getting a second passive, if I'm being honest. Okay. So, I mean, realistically, after this fight, the path, right? What path do we want to take? Do we want to go to the moon or do we want to go to the core? I mean, the moon is interesting. I've always felt reluctant to go that way in a solo run just because I feel like it's a lot harder to kill the man on the moon compared to the core. I think the core is a lot more of conducive to solo runs, really. Just because the man on the moon has that gimmick. You can still get around it if you have the ability to like inflict bruise or just have crazy DPS output, but this is a status build, right? So we don't really have that ability. All right, let's see what the Act 2 boss is. And we got Zodiac. Yo, that's a pretty crazy line there. I've never seen that one before. All right, let's see how we handle this. I think we can just give him like a crap ton of leech. He does have the +2 damage buff, which is pretty unfortunate for me. We don't really want to stand in the open here, so I think we just kind of wait for him to get into a better position, right? Just keep the mana, because otherwise he's gonna unload into us with 5 rounds, and that's gonna hurt way too much. We're not that strong at this point. Holy moly, look at the coins. Oh my god, what? Okay, I mean, at least he didn't unload like 5 rounds into me, but holy, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The greed is getting to me. I could probably grave crawl, right? So I can get the coins, grave crawl, and I still wouldn't be able to damage him though, but I would get 10 coins, which is a lot in this economy. Look, man, I think I'm gonna go for the greed play here. 9 damage. Whew. Wowee, that's a lot of damage. Okay, and he shot out some food, which worked out in my favor. We can decompose. I think we'd rather just save the mana for the carrion shot here. or just another grave crawl as well. So this is where the double dragon upgrade would have actually been really good, because we could just use the double. Actually, never mind. That's not true. We could not just use the double dragon here because he would just shoot it as soon as it spawns. But that is actually a really good way to get rid of some of his charges. Oh well. We're gonna end turn here. Let's hope and pray that we make it to the next round because he is hitting heavy. This dude's a heavy hitter. Alright, we're good. We're in good shape here. Alright. So the greed play is gonna pay off. We're gonna get all our health back. And we're gonna come out of this rich, so you know. I think I just stay here. Yeah, I don't really think I can move. So we're just gonna sit here. We get 6 health back, yeah, so I mean we're healing okay. This guy still does like 9 damage per bullet. Let's see. Is there any particular place we want to move? I don't think so. I think I just sit here and just keep waiting. Sweet mama, look at the tiles. Oh, he's gonna shoot us. He didn't shoot us. Oh, you're so stupid, Zodiac. Your hubris will be your downfall. What is he at? Yeah, man, he's cooked. He's cooked. There's really no better way to say that. He's just cooked. I could double dragon here. Let's see. I only have 5 mana though. I don't think it's worth it. I can move here. He's gonna shoot the garbage bag, and then he's gonna shoot me again. Is that worth the risk? Probably not. I think this is what I do, right? So once again, we're just gonna play greedy because I'm a greedy little necromancer, right? And then he's gonna shoot, and now he's out of bullets. I have no way of getting these coins though. So hopefully he stays alive long enough for me to pick up the coins. Okay, he did not. So, wow. That was like, what, 9 coins we just left on the battlefield? That kind of stings. Let's see, we want more intelligence. More intelligence lets us cast Carrion Shot more. But I think I value the Constitution more, if I'm just being honest with you. Alright, I mean, that was a pretty clean act. Now we just go home. Okay, time to go to the bunker. So this build is actually really good against Johnny, because I think Johnny occupies 4 tiles, and the leeches are per tile. So Johnny is just going to start with 4 leeches. That, of course, is not going to be counting Spread the Sorrow, which is just going to give this guy 10 poison right out of the gate. Wow. Screw that guy in particular. These guys just die immediately. Yeah, they don't really get a turn. And yeah, I do want to be careful because of the bishop hat. I learned my lesson last time I played, where they will just like immediately prioritize this, and then they grow into an even bigger problem. Okay, so looking at this, right, we can't really double dragon here. I don't think there's a way that I can hit him twice. Even with like my insane forethought, I can't really see a line where I would be able to hit him twice. Right, I don't see a correct position that I could spawn the Mimic at. So instead, I think we just rely on good old Carrion Shot. We're just gonna go the simple, easy way right here. I think, unfortunately, yeah, he's still probably going to get to the Bishop Hat. And I think the Bishop Hat absorbed a lot of the poison that we gave this guy. So the debuffs did not hit good targets, unfortunately. Oh, she's not dead. That's kind of surprising to me. I thought poison ignored armor. But yeah, I guess it does state damage, not health. Okay, well, it killed her. So you take 5 damage. It does state that the leeches do take health, though. Yeah, so I mean, I guess maybe the wording there is a bit weird. Yeah, I kind of thought it would have just killed it immediately, but I guess not. He's not living to see the next round, so I don't have to worry about him, or him, or him, or really anybody, because I think they're all just dead. Homie could not handle the pressure. I don't blame the guy, man. Sacrificial lamb, upgrading that. You can't get injuries. I mean, that could be nice for some events. We got freaking torpor while you're downed. Can you believe this roll? I think bloodletting's pretty good. So we're gonna replace decompose with bloodletting. I really just love that ability overall. It's so versatile. And since they do have the elite buffs here, it can help us out with the ones that have brace, I believe. I'm not too sure on that, but I do think that that is correct. I do not believe that I'm spreading misinformation. All right. Let's see what kind of misery I can spread this round. Can't hit anything, so I think speed is probably the next stat that we're going to want to prioritize upgrading. Our speed is... I think it's default, right? I don't think it's like abysmal, but I do think it's default. Yeah, we just have base speed. Yeah, so he just dies at the start of its turn. Yeah, so he's dead, so we don't have to worry about him. So we're just going to hit him, and then we're just going to use Spread Sorrow here to just spread some additional leeches around. Dude, that cat is suffering. Oh, he actually does get in range. Okay, so he was able to hit us, but that's actually a really cool interaction. So he hit us, but because of the vial, it ended up spreading poison to the other enemies on the map. So there is some incentive here to just go and take some damage, really. We're going to want some coins. Yep, so I'm just going to spend some mana here to get some coins. That did not drop any. And yeah, I believe, yeah, everything's just dead, so once again, pretty easy fight here. I think at this point, we've pretty much solved it. Right, I think the game is just solved. No speed, because why would they offer us speed? We're just gonna grab some more health. Call me crazy, yeah, but I don't think we have enough health. I never upgraded Sacrificial Lamb, so we can still get injuries. We did get the tick, which is a curse. Heal 12. That is crazy. I think they buffed that, actually, because I don't remember it healing for that much. However, I'm not going to give up the Nurse's Necklace for that, just because we also do have the Leech Brood. So this fight, I'm gonna do some thinking here, because this fight is brutal. I think it doesn't really matter how we go about it. The health is important, though, I will say, because if it's Lenny, then we do have to survive. If it is Bumblefoot, the Leech Brood would be pretty nice here, just because he's a bigger unit, so we would get more Leech on him to start, which is pretty helpful, given just how insanely brutal that fight is. Yeah, I think we're going to rely on Poison here, instead of the Whetstone. I think this fight, overall, yeah, is just brutal. Alright, so we got Lenny, so we kind of got the bad roll. Can you believe I'm actually saying that? Wanting Bumblefoot over Lenny. Bumblefoot has ended so many of my runs. He has Thorns, which is not a big deal to a fella like me. I do have Grave Crawl. Okay, so I think that what we want to do is we will inflict poison, and then we're just going to run away with Grave Crawl. Having more intelligence here would be pretty good. All right, okay, so we gave him 10 poison. And now we just run away. As far as we can. I think ultimately it won't matter because he gets 3 turns, so he's just gonna catch up with us. Alright, so we did manage to avert him for 1 round. The lack of healing is pretty bad. Yep, especially in this scenario here. And he has Thorns. I forget. Thorns is on contact, so even struggling is going to... I think that inflicts even more damage because of the Thorns. But we did get out. It costs us our basic, but we're fine. Let's see, right? So I can only inflict 2 more leeches on him. I think it's just more beneficial to, once again, run away. So... yeah, I don't think either tile matters. So we're just going to go over here. I forgot I had my move action there, so, you know, maybe if I microed a little bit, I could have grabbed something before I grave crawled, but whatever. Alright, yeah, so running was the better action there, because he has 22 poison. So these next 3 turns, he's just gonna outright die. This is honestly one of the funniest Lenny fights I've ever had. You got a coin or something? Okay, we get coins. Right on, brother. Alright, so now we're just locked in a corner here. I don't know if he can get to us. We'll never find out either, because, yeah, he's just gonna die, because he has 22 poison on him, which is no laughing matter. That's a pretty high number there. We finally get offered speed, so we're gonna take that, because we desperately need speed. Rare candy, what do you got? Even more speed. Leather collar, I mean, that could actually be really cracked, given the kind of archetype that we're going for. Right, because it will empower us to just cast even more Carrion's leeches to get even more leeches on the map. That might honestly be better than the nurse's necklace here. I think I try it, right? I think I'm just going to try it. So I'm going to buy that, and I'm just going to buy Callus for maybe a future run. The Callus isn't necessarily necessary, but, you know. So we're going to try the leather collar here. We're not going to heal as much. Maybe this is a mistake. This per fight does give us quite a bit of healing. It's not so much true for boss fights, but we'll see. Wow-wee, this is a bad fight. Whew. And we sort of have health, and we lost some constitution. I mean, wow. Talk about timing, right? This guy has fear, and what does that do? Whenever an enemy casts a spell, gain all stats up and heal 1. All right, that's a pretty bad buff that he has. Yeah, so Carrion Shot here is pretty nasty. So I think overall, we're just going to want to try to attack him as fast as we can. He does have Sparkle, that's right. So he's got 11 poison. We are going to have to do more damage. Ay. Let's hope we don't buff him too much. Alright, 7 leech. He also has 7 leech, so I'm going to heal for 14. No, I'm going to heal for 6 because of the poison. Yeah, I don't know if I'm able to survive this onslaught. We'll see. Maybe they'll have mercy. Maybe. Oh, they do also have the ability to heal, so they can cleanse poison as well. That's pretty bad. But hey, look. Thanks to the collar, right? Look, I'm going to get 26 mana, assuming that I even survive this round. So it could have been a clutch pick on my behalf. All right, and we did get a kill. 30 mana, and I go last. Oh my gosh. Okay, but we won. But we did win. Wow, that was nuts. Wow. I won't lie, man. That was really stressful. Okay, we're just gonna grab even more speed. Yay! I kind of want to get more health. Truth be told, after that fight was crazy. So drinking will give us healing and decrease our age. Yeah, I don't think the risk here is even worth it, because like I said, healing just does not impact us at all. So Bilbo says no thanks to the Fountain of Youth. And I get a rare furniture box. My reward for that little jump scare that they gave me. I mean, truth be told, that was like a really bad combat given our build. So the biggest downside to the current build that we have are we can't really handle fights with low unit counts, right? So fights with high unit counts like this one are amazing because we're just going to heal a lot and we're going to be able to play around the downside of the Leech Brood. But when there are very few units on the board, that's when this build struggles quite a bit, like as you saw last fight, right? So we did get bailed out, but it was a very close fight. So if we do double dragon here, then we can double hit, which I think is the line. So we'll double dragon, make sure he's 2 tiles away from the target, which he is. And that's right, double dragon shoots in the opposite direction. Oh, brother. What a blunder on my behalf. I forget that double dragon works that way. I think it's the only cloning ability that works that way. I'm not sure. Oh, and these guys actually do get buffed if they are in Toxic Waste. I also forgot that. I think that is a hidden mechanic, but I am a Mewgenics veteran, so I mean, I should know that. Truth be told, it's a little embarrassing that I did not know that. But I have been taking quite a bit of a break from this game. But what can I say? I mean, solo runs are really fun. I've been doing them quite a bit, and I like them. Solo runs have a faster pace compared to normal runs in this game. And I do think they are quite interesting. I mean, challenge runs in general are pretty interesting. But yeah, solo runs definitely do have this aspect of risk and reward. So you can just get like a really super strong cat from them. Holy moly, brother, can I get my turn? No, I can't, because I have 4 stacks of slow on me. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, right, this build is very passive. You can talk about anything while this is going on. Is there anything in particular that I want to get before we get out of this combat here? I don't think you can use... Yeah, you can't use bloodletting on yourself. I can, however, just grave crawl quite a few times, right? Get some coins before we exit out of this combat. Let's see, what do you got for me? You got some coins, and I don't have any mana. I don't think Double Dragon can pick up the coins. We'll try it for science sake. Okay, never mind. That's actually pretty huge. I still have my movement action as well, so I didn't even need to do that. No, I did. But that is actually a very useful thing to know. I didn't know that, but yeah, apparently you can't just use Double Dragon to grab pickups as well. All right, I mean, all things considered, pretty easy combat, right? I mean, anything looks easy. Did you see what the game just did there? They gave me a free leather collar. I didn't even have to pay for the last one. They just gave it to me for free. Do we want more speed here? I think more speed. More speed is good. Fear, forced fight, fear, disorder. Yeah, I think we're just gonna take the fear or the forced fight. I think those are a lot more favorable compared to the other 2 options that they were offering. All right, now we're off to fight Fat Johnny. So for this fight, I think it's going to be pretty easy. We have just a really good build. Oh, and we get to ambush. That's right. I forgot that we also did get that. I probably should have taken the Whetstone. I keep forgetting to just re-equip the Whetstone, but it's not a big deal. All right, I mean, we got this in the bag. This build is insane. I could have double dragon there. Maybe if I had focused a bit, I could have double dragon, but it's okay. It's okay. Next turn, we're going to do it, right? We're going to make up for it next turn by double dragoning next turn. Don't worry. All right, right. So now we can double dragon here. Give him, what, 6 more poison? Oh, we give him 4 more poison, which is still pretty nutty. All right, and we already healed the full. So as you can see, this build is amazing for the Johnny fight, right? Johnny doesn't stand a chance. Johnny's cooked. I think the canister, yeah, the canister is just proccing whenever he spawns a unit. So they are just getting insane poison damage by just entering the battlefield. By just entering the board, yeah, they're getting insane poison damage. That's a really crazy synergy. Yeah, Johnny never stood a chance. This is this is like the primary reason why we went down this path. Oh no. How do I want to handle this? My basic also does 7. I don't really know what buffed it. But yeah, definitely don't want Johnny to charm us. I think if he charms us, we just lose. I'm not sure how that interaction works. I know with Marshmallow it works that way. I'm not too sure how it works with Johnny. If I double dragon, I can't hit anybody. I keep thinking that it's the Thief's ability, but it's not. Double dragon works differently. You know, I don't think I have to think that hard about it. Let's see, 6 and 1, he's already dead. And we'll just leech Johnny up. Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. I didn't check the turn queue, so Johnny did get to cast there, which was not what I planned for. But I think ultimately it doesn't matter, because, yeah, I mean, everyone's dying off pretty fast. This is such a fun build. Let's see, 18 and 51 poison. I mean, Johnny's done for, man. I don't know how else I can say that, right? Johnny's done for. Right, we're gonna hit Johnny once. And Johnny's just gonna die from the leeches, so he doesn't even get his 3 turns. We do have to deal with this guy. I was fairly certain that the transformation would cleanse all of his debuffs, but I guess it doesn't. They still persist, so, you know, pretty easy fight. What a menace Bilbo is, man. Let's see, more speed, or do we want Constitution? I think we want Constitution so we can get this to a nice even number there. All right, 19, that's kind of an odd number. Oh, baby, these are the guys that what? They steal your mana, right? Drains unspent mana from its enemies when they end their turn. Yeah, so they basically already just have Absorbent built into them. So we just want to make sure to spend our mana. That's it. And I keep forgetting to equip the Whetstone. I don't think it matters. Like I said, it really just doesn't matter. If I stand here, I can't double dragon because, yeah, double dragon requires 3 tiles, right? So, like, at most, I can only hit 1 tile behind me. So if the move requires... Okay, no. So if I double dragon, I can't hit him with my basic. I'm kind of curious about something. Does it also carry the effects of my, like, basic attack? That mimics your basic attack. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't state otherwise, so this should give him leech and poison, right? It'll just outright kill him. That's what it will do. It will just straight up kill him. Alright, I guess I just hold on to the poison. I forgot about the mana drain effect, as I typically do. But it's okay. 5 damage is nothing to Bilbo. Bilbo laughs at 5 damage. Once again, Bilbo just Mog maxing. He just wins by existing, really. Ooh, 2 coins though. 2 coins. Okay, yeah, so this is one of the enemies where bloodletting helps, because, yeah, he just has brace, so if you just hit him with the bloodletting, you can get rid of the brace, and it's really nice. So we're going to do all of that, right? We're just really going to bully that guy, grab some coins, we're going to take 3 damage, which is not a big deal. Right, as you can see, I just healed it back. I netted positive that round, even with the absorbent debuff, so it does not matter. Let's see. Another coin? I don't mind if I do. I can't tell if he's cleansing the debuffs. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll just watch it back in the footage, but... Intelligence? I mean, intelligence is nice, right? If we get dexterity, then our basic attack will do even more damage, but I don't think it's that big of a priority. So we're just going to grab some more intelligence. I mean, granted, I don't think intelligence is that great either, just because leather collar kind of solves all of our mana needs. It's been really good, honestly. Right, so we're just going to examine because those downsides seem a lot more tolerable than the other ones. We don't want those other downsides. Oh, easy fight. I can already tell you from the get-go, easy fight. This is not going to be a problem whatsoever. So let's see, right? We're just going to use our basic here. And then we're going to double dragon to grab a coin. And then we're going to end our turn. And a lot of things are just going to die. Alright, I did say a lot of things, but I think I might have exaggerated the effectiveness of our poison. But it's okay, right? We're going to get him in the next round. The next round, they're all going to be down. So yeah, that bone cat cleansed itself of all the debuffs that we gave it, so pretty bad. I think we're just gonna try to hit it with leech if we can. Okay, yeah, so we did. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill it though, because we're gonna have to hit it again when it's down. So I'm just gonna save the mana here. And yeah, and the next turn we'll just hit it with carrion shot and then the basic attack, and that will be enough to just do him in. So we can just move here, carrion, and then basic. And then carrion again, because I lied. 10 damage is not 12 damage. More speed. We can get that to 10, right? I think more speed is more valuable. We're not really wanting for mana. Play. We can either get money or stats down and an event. I don't care for either of those, so I'm not taking it. There is actually a really good event that we could get for this one, which is the sacrifice event, where we just give up all of our health. Because especially with the Leech Brood, it does not matter. And we are fighting Cerberus with the damage debuff, which is crazy. I did say we were going to put on the poison. Yeah, we were going to put on the poison weapon, but I completely forgot, so. I don't think there is any way that I can avoid him, so. I think we're just going to have to be brave these first couple of rounds here. But Bilbo's been a strong cat so far, so I mean, he should be fine. How do we want to move here? I kind of don't want to hit him from the back. I think it just enrages him. I don't remember all that well. What are some of the other additional effects that it does? So we can move close here and we can double dragon him. So we can, yeah, we can go double dragon and then just carrion shot quite a bit. I think that's the line. So yeah, we're gonna double dragon. We're gonna hit him. All right, he's got 7 poison on him. I think I could have, no, I can't double dragon again. If we could get another one here, then yeah, we could have hit him. Too bad it doesn't mimic the spells, right? But I mean, that'd be pretty broken. I mean, all in all, I think it's a pretty great turn. I wonder, okay, yeah, so the clone's leeches just die the moment that the clone does as well, which is pretty cool to know. We're just going to do the same thing again, right? I think that's pretty much all this fight is just going to be. Double dragon, carrion shot, and then move to safety with our amazing speed. Right, we have 10 speed here. Honestly, you would have thought I was playing Thief, but you're wrong. This is actually Necromancer. Okay, I mean, that was pretty bad. But we also just have a crazy amount of health, right? So, 12 damage, that's nothing to us, right? We just eat that. That's child's play for a cat like Bilbo. 11 is really concerning. 11 is really bad. Which is, yeah, I mean, this fight does scare me quite a bit. But I think we're just going to lean into the leeches here, and we should be fine, right? Because we do have 40, yeah, we do have like 40 empty health, so, right, we do just heal 21 per turn. So this 11 burn should be manageable, right? Unless he just does that and just keeps racking up the burn. Whoa. Oh my gosh, bro. What are we at? Okay, we're at 20 burn. He's at 50 health. We're cutting it pretty close here. We're cutting it really close here. So we're gonna hit him with the basic, and then we're just gonna keep carrying shotting him because I think healing is gonna be really important. All right, that was pretty close because he kept scaling his damage as we kept scaling our healing. So it was kind of like canceling each other out, right? The leeches were just canceling out with the burn damage. Burn damage is really scary, man. Let me tell you, like if you don't have cleanse, burn damage is really scary. And yeah, I think we're just gonna keep doing the same thing. So just grabbing even more speed. We're gonna get even faster. Rare candy, what do you got for me? So we can get even more speed. I'm gonna grab even more speed. The molten hats. Start with burn 2, which not great. Your attack afflicts burn 1. Honestly, these items, like I kind of want to like them more than what I actually do, but I just feel like burn as a status effect is not that great unless you can stack it to a really high number. But granted, you can say that for any status effect in the game. Alright, so we're just gonna go hard path again because why would I not go hard path? There's just no real reason for me to not go this way. Alright, so I think as per usual, we just kind of do some stuff and the game just resolves itself. I don't think there's need for too much thinking with this build. I think this build is just... You're just mogging, right? I don't think there's a better way to say that, but you're just mogging. You merely exist. No, okay. So we're just gonna dump all of our damage into this guy. He has trample because once again I forgot to read. But yeah, he does have the trample passive. And yeah, I mean we're gonna take some damage, but we should be fine, right? Yeah, because we already healed to 54, which is insane. We're getting so much mana right now. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Alright. We are probably going to want more speed, right? Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to want more speed. I think all the other stats are kind of whatever, right? I mean, more constitution is always nice. Just having more health, right? But I think outside of that, everything else is kind of a mute. I don't really think we need it all that much. Okay, these can all give me a disease, so we're gonna go with the highest stat that we have, which is the dexterity. And we managed to avert whatever crisis the game had cooked up for us. So here we're gonna whetstone, not that it matters. I mean, I think that's gonna be a reoccurring theme for like the rest of this act, so I think we just kind of play through it. This guy's lucky. Yeah, I think the way that we just deal with him is just through spread sorrow, right? So we're just gonna try to attack him indirectly, and I think that will be a good enough way to just solve this fight. I think we do take some significant damage this turn, and we are stunned. But it's okay, because we don't even need to act to kill, right? We just merely have to exist on the board. So long as Bilbo is on the board, the enemies are going to perish. It's a little scary, but 40 health, we're good. We're great. All right, that's one dead. That guy just exploded from poison damage. I just inflicted so much poison that his body could not handle it, and he just combusted. Right, so as I said, right, there was nothing to worry about in that fight. They can stun me, it doesn't matter. Do I want more health or more speed? I think I want to get speed to 15. Not for any tactical reason. I think I just like that number. You know, it's a nice halfway number. Item or int? Let's go for that. I think that's a pretty good outcome if I can get some ints. All right, and I got the intelligence buff. All right, that was really good. I mean, I may be exaggerating the usefulness of it, right? But overall, pretty good. So for this boss, I think we're going to want whetstone. I think that's going to be better because we're going to want to scale. We're going to want to scale. So we're going to go in with this build, and we are going to see how we're going to handle this guy, the Coven. He did get buffed from what I remember from the patch notes, and he does have depressing, which is not great. Yeah, he has 420 health. I don't think I have enough to outright just kill him. Oh, brother, but Double Dragon is going to shine so bright here. I may have oversold it, but, I mean, we'll see, right? I think we're going to be able to get 2 candles. I don't know if these are the most impactful ones to get, but... yeah, so we're going to Double Dragon once again. Yeah, I don't think that would work as I'm expecting. I think if I could move here, but, no, I think these are the only ones that are actually set up for a Double Dragon. Alright, we're just going to keep Double Dragoning it up. We don't have too many turns, however. This one is 28, this one is 31. Does this spread? I don't think so because it doesn't count as an enemy. I think it just counts as a unit, really. Yeah, so I think if you look at the color of the banner, I think that tells you what classification the game considers the unit as. So since it's red, it considers it as an enemy, and since this is like white or gray, it just considers it as a generic unit. Okay, yeah, so I do think the color is representative of the unit's like allegiance, I would say. So that's actually pretty useful. I never thought about it or even considered that, so that's a pretty good thing to know. Let's just end our turn, right? I am just kind of lollygagging. The flies just do not stand a chance. Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a candle, though. Alright, we're going to Double Dragon once again. So, yeah, this one did 9, this one did... okay, yeah, so the clone does not inherit the whetstone because it applies itself as a buff. It's not actually increasing stats. So I believe if I increased my stats, then the clone would inherit the damage for the basic attack. So it's not going to inherit our buffs. Okay. I do also have this fly, which is giving me another stats down. Same with the clone over there. Yeah, you can't leech the candle, which is pretty bad. And Spread Star only targets enemies, so even the spread is for enemies, so it won't do anything for the candles. I think I just keep attacking it, but I do think ultimately it won't matter, is kind of the reality. So this boss fight is going to be pretty tough. Yeah, because I didn't even get a single candle there. I should have just saved the mana. But I do think we're fine. I mean, saying it and seeing it are two different things, right? Oh man, and he gave me an injury. If only I had upgraded Sacrificial Lamb. Do I just outright die? No, okay. So thanks to my amazing speed, it's gonna come in clutch here. Can I Double Dragon? So he is actually 3 tiles, so I can't double dragon him. He also has the depressing debuff, extra turn power to bite. He also has +2 burn, so this is like a really tough fight here. Yeah, and I can't use double dragon. Yeah, I think the only real line that I could do is just attack and just leech it up, really. Right, leech it up and just depend on whetstone to improve my damage output. Because, yeah, otherwise, this is going to be, like, really tough. Especially with the bite. Wow, that is really getting to be tough. Yeah, I don't generate that much mana either. We do want to watch out for the burn. But yeah, I think realistically, we don't have enough speed to get out of range either. Okay, at least he chose to spawn an enemy there and just stop biting me and giving me injuries. So long as that guy doesn't give me slow, we're fine. Which he doesn't, so... Okay, and we can move out of range. Let me see. I think he just dies next turn, so maybe we just prioritize attacking him. Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna die through the poison as well. Okay, so very close and scary fight. We did get pretty debuff, which is gonna be bad for Chaos because Chaos is a really tough boss, especially solo. Wow. That was a really tough fight. I mean, this whole area really was pretty tough. If we talk about the bosses, right? If we're talking about the normal enemy encounters, they were pretty easy, right? Pretty sleepers. So we did get out of this with a broken leg, which sucks, and disfigurement. So the disfigured doesn't matter as much. The broken leg does, right? And to add insult to injury, we also did not get either of those stats offered, but we will take some more health, right? So I do have to kiss my nice even number goodbye. What do we get? We got the liver, right? Which is pretty nice, but I'm not going to give up my hat slot for that. All right, and now we're going to go into the rift. We do have to try to plan around the... Not that. I wasn't referring to that. I was trying to say we do have to play around the scramble mechanic, but we also now have to play around the 4 leech that we have on us. I wonder if that combos with the leather collar here. I would hope so, but we'll see. So I don't think there is a line here where we can avoid getting our spells scrambled, which is pretty, like, losing carrion shot is going to be pretty brutal, but I think what I'm going to do is I am going to try to spread as much leech as I can, which is just once, because I don't start with that much mana. I forget that my charisma is pretty bad. But hey, even with the 4 leech start, right, like, we pretty much just healed the full, right? We have 71 health. That is no laughing matter. And now we just have to wait till next turn to see what spells were given to me. I don't think it'll make or break the run, right? Because as you can see, I'm just talking and they're just dying. But yeah, I have like 4 stacks of it now. 5 stacks. Okay, yeah, and he's almost dead, and I forgot, yeah. So since he just keeps contacting me, the poison is just spreading. So, once again, very easy fight. What do we got? We got wind up. Oh, this lasts for the entire fight. Okay. I mean, that's pretty nice. It doesn't matter, but I mean, that's pretty nice. We can go Way of the Owl. Probably just Cosmic Punch for comedic effect, right? I think that's pretty funny. Bye-bye. We can give ourselves some range. Just kidding, we're also gonna Cosmic Punch this guy. Sorry, we're gonna Cosmic Punch Tracy, who weighs too much, so we couldn't even lift her up off the ground. I'm sorry. I know everyone is disappointed at home, but it's the best Bilbo could do. But you did get to see that guy fall from space and just die. I think it would be really funny. I mean, it'd be broken, right? But I think it'd be really funny if that ability just guaranteed like a broken leg injury. I think that'd be hilarious. All right, I mean, we really did want speed there, but we're just not being offered speed, so it's whatever. Force fighter damage or disorder. We'd rather just avoid disorders altogether. I do hope there's a mod that comes out soon that reworks the events so that they're a lot funner than what they currently are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tone down the talking because this is like my favorite track in the game. This is honestly just like a really great track. Especially after you've beat the game. I think that's part of the thing that I also really enjoy about this track is like the meaning of it evolves as you play the game more and more. The Jacks are just dead. I don't have to worry about them. Frank also pretty dead. So yeah, I think we just dump status effects onto Dr. Beanies. Screw that guy. Yep, there goes Jack. Screw that kid. Sorry, but it had to be said. I feel like it just had to be said, you know. Jack, he's pretty annoying, man. He's also like the NPC that you have to interact with the most in the end game, just because, you know, you want to increase your rare furniture spawn chance. So yeah, I wasn't really paying attention, but I see that the whole board is cleared already, which, you know, as I've probably stated for like the 10th time at this point, a reoccurring theme throughout this fight. We do have Frank's bean here, which there is a really funny way that you can kill this guy, which we're gonna do. So you just walk up to him and you just hit him with bloodletting, and that's it. I'm actually just gonna hit him. Is it funnier than letting him bleed out? I don't know. You know, the idea of a turd bleeding out, right? Pretty... it's a pretty comedic concept, if you think about it. Yeah, I think I just went the simple route there and just shot him. Alright, we did get a red item. We did also get offered speed, so I think that's a pretty good omen for the fight to come. I think we still lose. Alright, so 2 and then 1 in the back. Yeah, I don't think this is winnable, man. I'm just gonna try one more time. I mean, I guess we just go with this, right? Like a super tank build. And we just treat this as like a battle of attrition. Because outside of that, yeah, like I don't know. So this is gonna be like the last build that I try. Bilbo doesn't even get to utilize his skills, unfortunately. Poor Bilbo. Yeah, okay, so we're round 6 and we are still in this phase of the fight, so that is also just pretty bad, because it means by the time that chaos comes out, we are already just going to be suffering from exhaustion. I have 21. Alright, yeah, I mean, we're dead. We can cryo freeze here just to get some health back. I think that's really the best that I can do. Outside of that, I can't really do much. I do have 2 stacks of it, though, which is really bad. Teleport to a tile and gain +2 damage. Enter tree form. Basic attack becomes timber. I mean, that scales strength. I don't really need strength, though. Full moon's pretty nice as well. I mean, we're gonna grab some Way of the Hair here. Really tempted to cast Form of the Tree just because of the brace. Like, the brace here is really nice. Outside of that, however... You know what? We're gonna tree it up. Yep, you heard me. We're gonna tree it up. I am immobile. I completely forgot that it does do that. I completely forgot that the tree makes you immobile. Which means, yeah, I can't even use Outskirts Plus. Oh, that was a bad decision on my behalf. When we get there, we're gonna do so much damage. Just you wait, your doom is coming. Why did I do this, man? Oh, it's tree o'clock. We're taking 7 damage per turn, and we're getting no mana. Unfortunately for you, I am a tree. It's so over for him. He has no clue. Oh my god, check this out. I can't even hit him. I can't even hit him. Oh my god. We lost. Yeah, well. Poor Bilbo, man. He tried his best. He really did. Wow, that was tough. Yeah, I mean, granted, I don't think there was much I could do that fight except not cast Way of the Tree. So yeah, we didn't necessarily win the run, but I mean, we got pretty far. We got to the end. So that'll be it for now. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment your thoughts if you want to share them or don't, and subscribe if you want to see more. We did also get offered speed, so I think that's a pretty good omen for the fight to come. When we get there, we're gonna do so much damage. Just you wait, your doom is coming.